What's up, guys? Morning. It's not morning. Good evening. Sorry. How are you guys doing? Just took a little nap, so I'm like, why is it morning or evening? I don't know. What up, guys? What up? We'll get started soon. I just posted on the chat. Smash that like button, guys. We'll get started at 7 o'clock on the dot. Okay? Smash the like, smash the subscribe button if you're just joining in. It's a very good session today. As long as you are long. I mean, morning you could have made some money with the shots, but after that it was just pretty long. Straight up. Alright, 3 minutes. We'll get started soon, guys. What's up, Fancy? Good evening, guys. Do you monitor SPX? Yeah, we'll do questions in a while. Just save your questions, guys. We'll get started in a few minutes. If you're just joining, just like, subscribe to the channel. Let's get the stream popping. It's going to be a chill stream. I know, I'm sure all of you made money today. If you didn't, yeah, I don't know what to say. So if you guys made money today, I'm sure you guys are happy. So we'll do some little bit of recap, and then we are gonna look at charts for tomorrow and the rest of the week, and then we'll finish it up with some Q&A. Okay. Yeah, we'll get started. It's like 150 of you here. I want to see everyone liking, guys. Just like the button, hit the like button, smash it, trash it, whatever it takes. Come on, you guys not hitting the like button. That's why I didn't do any Stock Tuesdays last week. You guys got to hit the like button even more. Oh man, I'm like so tired, to be honest. Like, I traded all day like a maniac. Dude, like I'm like a crackhead trading all day. I was like, dude, I'm supposed to need to take some. Maybe I should take it easy tomorrow. But I've been like on a mission yesterday and today. Friday I didn't trade. You guys know I was like I was crazy sick. I called it a day quickly, but yesterday and today I've been like on it. Walt, not quite, but you are not so far off also. Alright, 169 of you here. We'll get started in 1 minute, guys. It's up or red day tomorrow. Nah, you guys will be getting great. Market's broken out of that range. It should be easy. As long as the market moves, it should be easy because you will make money. I don't think we'll lose. As long as they don't chop it and up and down, we rarely lose. So they move it up or down, we'll make money. Alright, 1 minute to go. Alright, it's 7 o'clock. I'll give it like 30 more seconds and then get started. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. And we'll start with SPY, okay? I'll tell you what my thought process was. And then we'll start with Nvidia. And then we get started. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Welcome in if you're just joining. Alright, let's get started. I'm getting restless. Alright. So, welcome in, guys. I think today is episode 16 of Stock Tuesdays. Last week there wasn't an episode. I was like so slammed. I needed a break. And trading, doing this, content, all of that is just like, you know, too much. Okay, so I needed a break. And I rightly didn't do a class. And Friday I got sick as well. And at weekend all I did was just rest. Hit the gym, hit sauna, ate well. I'm good now. Okay? And we're killing it so far this week. So let's hope the momentum continues rest of the week. So what I want to start with is SPY today. If you guys have been following me on Honey Drip, just walk back a little bit, okay? So last Thursday was like the serious session. Now, if you guys remember, morning market was a little choppy, right? This area, if you guys remember, I didn't really trade much of the open. I think I got in one long here for like 10-15%, but then you guys can see this didn't like really hold. But Thursday, end of the day, I think the last 40 minutes or something, if you guys go back and see the chat, signaled a long here on 1DTE's calls here. Now, whoever's in the chat, you guys can confirm, but I said that they needed to get above 632 to save trend. If you guys remember, put a me if you heard me say that all day. 632, 633, 634. I said that they needed to get above that to save trend. Somehow they had to do it. Now, it was pretty hopeless, right? They were like kind of previous day they kind of like ripped it apart. We absolutely killed it with longs. This arrows here is where I signaled my longs, and we gapped up pretty high to the 638. Next day, pure liquidity grab. There's absolutely no one buying or selling in these areas. Tape was pretty dry, just straight up fell back down. Now, they had to do it, okay? They had to do it. If they didn't do it, we were just absolutely going to get test 620, sub 620, okay? Now, don't ask me why, because that's how the trend's supposed to work, right? No matter how we slice the cake, if they were going to hold trend, they had to do it one way or the other, and they did it. End of the day, volume came in, and from 629 all the way, we closed close to 633. After hours, they saved it 634, okay? Now, next day, we opened up about 634 and morning drive. This is Friday session, which, if you guys remember, I was sick. I just said load calls and I didn't signal calls. I took one Nvidia short, which was like, I think that close to 8 or 9% on XP contracts. But it pretty much didn't work because it was a long day on SPY, right? Pop up, reversal test, pop up again. And then this is the after hours on Friday. Monday, yesterday's session was kind of choppy, right? Was yesterday's Monday, right? Yesterday was choppy. But you guys can see we popped, dropped, and then pretty much just faded the entire move here back into the 634, 635 area. Now, yesterday's trade, if you guys remember, I signaled three signals, I think so, on 4 signals on Nvidia short. Nvidia first short did minus 10% or 8% or something like that. Second trade did 22% on winning. Third trade did minus 5%, and fourth trade did like 25%. If you held that, it did 50% plus end of the day. Okay, that was yesterday's session. Now, today's session was super important because pre-market we had data. Okay, we had CPI data. Now, this is super important, guys. This is super important. Okay, now the market, for all things considered, now if you guys have been attending Stock Tuesday, I've been saying this all this time. People have been saying, oh man, tariffs, we're going to crash. Oh, Russia-Ukraine war. Oh, now there is a battle with India about tariffs, right? So much shit. Everyone's an economic expert, right? The thing is, the market is forward-looking, okay? The market really thought that all of this was kind of important or whatever the case, right? We would already be under 600 because think about it. We still don't have a single trade deal, at least trade deal of significance, okay? We still don't have a trade deal. We've been, negotiating for into the presidency, 200 days now, right? Nothing's happened. This administration has not signed a single deal. Just like playing hardball, and we are negotiating for good terms per se, word is, and we keep extending the deadline. Okay, that's what's happening. Market has kind of just shrugged off this news cycle. Now, war shrugged that off. What else? Fed interest rates, nothing. Now, no interest rate cuts yet, but it's coming. New Fed chair, they're talking about it. So market's really just like ignoring it. If we didn't sell on all of these in uncertainty, that is considered bullish. Okay. Now this is why I've been saying just buy the trend. As long as we don't break structure, buy the trend. Okay. Now so far we've done all these reclaims. Now the biggest reclaim was this last Thursday. We reclaimed 634, and that showed me appetite. And ever since we have been good. Now fast forward to today's session, market was gapping up, right? Post CPI. Now they kind of gapped down to 638 again, pre-market, and then we popped up again at the open. Now this area here, this 640, if I don't know, you guys can't see it in this time frame, but it's in a bigger time frame. This level has been tested 630, 640 for like 3 or 4 or 5 times already. Okay. Now if you guys listened morning, I said This is way too obvious, right? Now, this shot that happened here, right? This like rejection. It's purely just news scandal. Trump said something, right? And then we lost VWAP. Everyone panicked. They just sold. It came back to the lows. Okay. Now, if you guys remember who was in honey drip today, put a yes if you're in honey drip, right? I said this. The tape, there was not a lot of selling on the tape at this time. Okay. Now I said they are going to invert this whole move if they hold this box low here. I said this clearly before even all of the scandals formed. I said this. There was literally no selling at all whatsoever. Okay, there's literally no selling on this tape. It's just pure panic, pure panic. Okay, there's nothing. This is just the Trump. Honestly, if you got in and made money here, this is just pure panic from people. Okay, this happened. If I move to the 1 minute chart, right? If you guys remember, I wanted to get filled on Nvidia also at the same time. Okay, my second entry on the trade. This is the 1 minute chart. Look at this, right? So if you try to get the 44 or 45, I think that is when I think Mike called QQQ as well. Like this can just happen so quickly, okay? So even if you like think about it, if you got it here, this is like $1.50 candle. Then we popped and then we dropped. Way too quick, of people stopping out quickly, okay? Then what happened? Then we bounced perfectly off of the 637. Now first bounces usually never work. We had to reclaim. We had to break under. I think the low of the day today was 636.80. Now, my entire thing was, as long as this green box holds 630, 650 to 637 held, we are still holding trend from the previous day. Okay, you guys can see this level here. Okay, this level here had to hold. All right, now we did hold that, and immediately when we did a reclaim, I really love that setup, and I said, guys, I'm just gonna get long, and I've seen this play. I've seen this exact scenario play out like thousands of times. I'm not even like exaggerating that. I've seen this play out thousands of times, and in situations where they just sold off quickly, showed their hand, rejecting off of an obvious level like 640, right? It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to be the crash that everyone thinks it's going to happen. We completely inverted that move in like 2-3 candles here. There's a 5-minute chart. So this is the first candle, second candle, three for 3.5 candles here. 3.5 candles, we went back to high of day here. Okay, now this was an amazing trade. Okay, now the real kicker setup for you is once we broke or tested this high of day, you guys can see we broke clear of 640, and then we came back down here. The next time we cleared the 640 level, you could have had like another entry, which personally I also took, right? I had a re-added size to this trade, and I set myself a rule that I am not going to sell as long as 630, 870, 630, like basically $1 stop for me. Okay, and I just held, and one more dollar it went, and I said that I'm not going to sell until 640, and then it kept going. It was a pure trending day. It's a very, very nice, nice action today. All right, this is the easiest day today. Honestly, like I loved. You know, guys know I love when trades do exactly like I wanted to do, and without trailing me out, without doing anything. Perfect trend. As long as you didn't try shorting this move, you could have made easy money because all it did was just grind up slowly till the end of the day. Okay. Yes, guys, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. There's 240 of you are here. All right. So it's a very, very easy trade. Now, I am going to jump to the 1 hour chart here. I want to show you guys something. Okay. So this is the first 1 hour candle here, and we inverted that 1 hour candle. You guys can see this close here. So if you're trading the 1 hour breakout, this is their entry here. So look at this. This is the first 1 hour candle. Second hour, that's basically 638.80. Okay. So this is we inverted the whole move and went up here. Now tomorrow's price action is pretty simple. The 642 level is going to be the short trigger. Okay, we closed above that today. High of day was 642.63, 642.85. Okay, now if I am right, barring no bad news, we are going to open very green tomorrow. Okay, I think this will continue into tomorrow, potentially break 645. We could open very green tomorrow. Now if that is the scenario, then it's going to be very difficult for us to trade. Okay, if we open like very green, maybe some catalyst, I don't know what catalyst we have tomorrow morning. If something happens where it's going to be a little difficult and tricky because market's gapped up. The first dip we got a nail, right? But if we do somehow get under 640, okay, we can potentially trade a demand area to 639. Okay, we can't go to 638. We got to get to 639, and then we can use that as base. All right. The reason I say 639 is because I'll just draw a new box for you guys so you guys can be pretty clear, right? Look at this, right? This is the area that needs to be our new demand, right? So we rejected here once, twice, third time, gap up, gap down, retest failure, right? This was the area that we took long at today, or maybe it's here, right here, it's here, okay. This is the area we took today. This is the retest area for long, 638, and then this is the area, okay. So anything we popped here under 640, they would think that it's a sell, but we would take it on basically a liquidity grab under 640, okay. Thanks, ready, set for the donation. Yeah, so that's the idea. I don't want to speculate here. Today was a great day. And the one thing I will say though, don't go in with crazy expectation. Just because today we had a great day doesn't mean tomorrow should be a great day also. All right, go in with no expectations and let the market give you based on how we open. Okay, I'm going to jump to Nvidia quickly because that is you guys have been abusing Nvidia this week, even though it's a bearish chart. Yeah, this is yesterday's shots, guys. I just like plotted it here. So morning at the open, I took a little, I was very aggressive. That's why I was aggressive today, because I know yesterday's aggression didn't pay off. Today I knew it was going to work, right? So this is the 5-minute chart on Nvidia here. So market opened. Wait, was this today or yesterday? This is today. This is yesterday. All right. So market opened bearish, 638. We opened bearish on the retest here. I tried a long here, and then I added here, and it didn't hold. So I just like cut my loss quickly here. Okay, 8% loss or something like that. So literally a 30-40 cent range. So quick cutting on a Monday. It was done, and then we popped right back here. Saw a little reject here off of this 83, and then I shorted here. This was a 20% return, and then again we had a retest of 181.50. Okay, so had to trail out. Runner's green. We popped all the way back here to the supply area, shorted here again 183.50, and we popped all the way back here to 182.50. Now every time we popped in this area, you could have shorted. That's kind of what I was doing, little 10% here, 15%. Their contracts are moving great, okay. But the biggest entry was here, okay. So when we came back here and flailed this level, this I think I only posted on my IG, unfortunately. This was the retest level here, 183, 183.20. So as long as you hit this red box here, this would have given you like 50%. But we did nail this high here. You just had to hold through a lot of the chop. If you were patient, you could have made more money. But this was the real nice sell area. Okay, and the only reason we dropped was because SPY was also selling. But fast forward to today, we gapped up at the open, and I think there was one news there saying about. I think China saying there was some problems with their chips or something like that. I didn't really pay attention, but the fact that they lost this pre-market gain was sign enough for me. 183, same short area. If we extend this red box here, look at this, right? This is the thing. Half the shit that we take is the same shit. We can trade the next day, same levels, right? If it's a weak name, as long as it's under supply, short. If it reclaims, go long. Simple as that, right? So over here, and I mean, market open. I personally just like entered here. But for you guys, I signaled the 180 puts. So first candle dropped here. I signaled the puts here, the first entry around this area here. And we did, I believe, 15 to 16% or something. I think 17%. And then I sold green just right there when we popped up. If you guys remember this on live, I said 182.50. Okay? 182.50. I wanted a reject there, a candle reject there. Now, this is when Trump opened his mouth. Okay? So this happened way too quickly, and by the time this happened, this candle was here, and I still got in the puts, okay? And this thing dropped here, and I think it did. I sold for 6%, 7% or something like that, but it did like 11 or 12%, okay? But and then when it popped up again, I signaled entry once again with better risk reward, okay? With the same stop, and this time around, I think it did 90%. I sold this 60%, 65% or something like that. To switch focus on SPY. Now I was watching other names also like Meta, but you can see what they did to Nvidia because SPY was strong. They liquidated 180, make everyone with their pants, and then basically liquidity grabbed and ripped it up. Okay. Now Nvidia, if they can clear the highs again, it's a short squeeze play. That's the most diabolical thing about this. The weakest name can turn into a strong name if they do reclaims. It's going to be, I don't really like to, I would probably not trade this along, but I am going to trade Meta along. Alright. Now Meta, oh my god, dude, like I mean, I don't regret a SPY, but I traded Meta longs right on the opening bell today. Because this was the continuation from yesterday, I had a risk set up here 168.67. I was going to average down, just like kind of ripped, did 100% right here. Okay, this was the retest when SPY signal longs. If you long Meta, which I know many of you did, this was a ripper, right? This was a ripper. I think it did 100% as well, right? How many of you did Meta, guys? Put a me if you caught Meta today. I told you guys to load, but unfortunately I just signaled SPY. But this was a very nice move. Also, you guys know Meta just rips when you get on the right side of things. The 790 implied move will be on that. Okay. Now this for sure the 800 will pick up hot tomorrow. Word of advice for a professional Meta trader, right? Do not trade Meta tomorrow. Do not trade Meta tomorrow. You will get clapped. Okay. So tomorrow what they'll do is tomorrow what they'll do is they'll heat up the 800 calls premiums, and everyone's gonna like buy it. Unless market gaps up over 800, that's a different story. But if they open in and around here, they're gonna heat up the 800 premiums. It's gonna get hot, and then they'll crush those premiums first thing tomorrow morning. They'll probably sell back into demand. My guess is they'll probably liquidate 780, and then maybe do a reclaim. Thursday there could be a Meta play, or Friday, Thursday or Friday there could be a Meta play. Just don't get clapped. Even if I'll probably not signal it tomorrow Meta, because I know what they'll do. Like again, like listen to this live, see what happens tomorrow. Okay, whatever it is, they'll heat it up and then make people go long, and then they'll reverse it back, because they're gonna make those contracts hot. That's how they were market. It's a market maker tactic, right? Unfortunately, it's a $800 stock. Your little bids and asks is not going to do much, so that's why it's almost impossible. Unless I'm doing a little bit of an midday, not midday, maybe after half an hour, you can't really keep 10% risk. Most of you, not most of you per se, like many people in Honey Drip, right? They just like can't stomach the risk tolerance for 10%. The thing is, when Meta, either you're right big or like you're wrong big. 10% risk, we do crazy things to maintain that, but it's like, it's kind of almost impossible. How do you chart your indicators? Wait, what? What show your indicators? How do you chart your levels? This is not indicator, man. These are all just like lines. Look at this. These are just lines. This is just horizontal line. I just plot my lines. That's it. Okay, these are not indicators. Okay, so that's Meta. Meta, we'll see what happens. And another name I like is Tesla. It lost 342 today. That was my short trigger at the open. And then they did a reclaim of 340 at the close. Okay, so tomorrow this is a very needed pullback, by the way, on Meta. Let me clear all of this stuff. Right, this is a very needed pullback on Tesla, and they again did a retest of this level and popped back up again. Now the trick is this is a bidirectional trade, right? This is a bidirectional trade on Tesla. I personally don't like Tesla long side, but it is a short squeeze candidate into the week. The 350s are going to get hot. Okay, the 350s are going to get hot, and I bet you, I'm calling this now, this will be a Friday play for us. Okay, this will be a Friday play for us. Tesla, whether long or short, we don't know, but if they do long 350, it will get hot. We are going to get that opportunity. Okay, go back in the past and see Tesla, how it's traded when key delta values are exposed on Fridays. Okay, almost a certainty they'll get it hot and they'll rip it. Okay, this is not investment advice, just letting you guys know. Okay, Friday Tesla, write it down. Okay, Friday Tesla, as long as it's in and around that 350, they are going to test it, or they're going to test it or break and continue, or at least false break, whatever it is, right? If it's in and around close, I just get a 350, because at least they're going to test that 350. Okay, Friday Tesla. Okay, I may not signal it, but you guys know, right? Know the drill. Yes, we'll watch PLTR. I think when I first gave you guys the PLTR long idea, it was like 120 or something. Now it's at 185, right? That's crazy move. How do you know all this stuff? Burns, I think I have a mental issue, man. I was just telling someone else. I think I'm psychotic. I think I need like therapy or something, because like this is all I do for like shit. This is like my entertainment. I think I need to go touch grass. To be honest, I don't know why I'm doing this now, instead of just going out and seeing some sun. But I think you need to be a little crazy if you're in the market. Uh, well, at least it made me a little funny, so. Okay, that's Tesla. Tesla Friday, guys. Keep an eye. I don't want to even talk about the charts right now. So, bi-directional trade. If it can clear this 342, which is my short level, bullish. If it does a U-turn and takes out this 336, right? Again, it could like a flip short. Lose 333, it's gonna trump to 325. All right. But I hope and pray that we get that 350 strike active by Friday. Okay. Smash the like button, guys. Yes, thank you. Express Trades. All right. What else did we see? We saw SPY. We saw Tesla, Meta, Nvidia. Nvidia actually. Let me look at Nvidia. So Nvidia, look at this, guys. This is where most short interest. Okay. Now the best thing for you guys to think about is, in this situation, last 2 days, what did I do on Nvidia? Short yesterday, short today, Friday also short, right? So think about this rationally, right? Think about rationally, right? If they lured me into shorts, they are also luring many experienced people into shorts. Okay, this is how you gotta think. This is how I think. Okay, they lured me into short. Why short? Right? Guys know I'm the biggest bull, right? They lured me into shorts. That for sure lured like many experienced people also into shorts. Okay. Now, this is Thursday's action, inversion move. Friday's action, again short trade action. Monday's action, short action. Today's action, short action. Now, what is the common denominator in all of these 4 trading sessions? Every fucking dip has bought up and every pop has been shorted. Okay? Now, today was a short squeeze day. We again popped up. So, everyone that is shorting and building a position is here. Okay? This big area here. Alright? Break 184, 185 into Friday. $2-3 pop at least. Okay, the reason I say $2-3, I hope this is an educational moment for you, right? Take a look at this. $4. Okay, maybe I was wrong. I thought that was $3. Okay, maybe $3.5. Okay, here it is. So implied coverage, it's a term. Usually $3 here. Okay, what was today's range? From the highs, $3.5. I was not that far off, right? So clear this high, 184, 187. At the very least, we'll see 187 because this volume here is average. Okay. The next time we break 180, we are going to also shift the bet to the short side. Okay. Next time we break 180, we are going to flip trend on Nvidia. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? But yes, if you're following. Okay. Nvidia. It's loaded a lot of charts here. Another short squeeze potential. I don't like it, but it doesn't matter what I like or not. I made money shorts, but if it drips above, who am I to say? Right? I don't give a fuck. Like, if it goes, right? I'm out. Right? If it breaks up, $3 move. Okay? QQQ. Ah, man. Why are you guys watching QQQ, man? Alright, QQQ. Same thing. I mean, if you followed my SPY timing, you could have made money on QQQ as well. If you shorted when I shorted Nvidia, you could have made money on QQQ short as well. And same chart. QQQ is also strong. Apple's rallying, Nvidia's rallying, Tesla's rallying. What is there not to like? It's just basically clearing a trend here. It's broken out. Classic breakout. Now, it just has to continue, right? Now, this is what if I mentioned earlier, guys. We don't want to see a gap down here. If we gap down, I don't want this 4-hour candle inverted. This is the breakout candle with high volume here. You can see. We got to get away from this candle. We need to get these clouds pushing higher and then start trading EMAs. Okay, this is still too close to comfort, which is why I said if they gap it into down, we got to look for liquidity grabs. And if they don't, they could invert this move. Okay, we got to be careful tomorrow morning. And I hope that we get a gap up, at least maybe $2-3 gap up. Okay, maybe we should open at 582, 583. Right? Okay. QQQ is for my NDX. Okay. Yeah. But that's it, fancy. Okay. So we need to gap up. Okay. The further we go higher, the easier it will be to trade QQQ, SPY, and everything. All right. We don't want to sit around here. We don't want to open red. We don't want to see any of that, because if we do, I doubt there was a lot of long exposure here. These levels, it's all short squeeze covering. But end of day, I didn't really look at the tape on many names. The last 1 hour, I was kind of just like trading EMAs. I didn't really watch I was just executing on my phone. But I'm sure, like, if I'm like 90, I'm like 70% sure we'll gap up into tomorrow. If we don't, we got to be careful. If we gap up into tomorrow, then you can kind of just trust that there's still a squeeze continuation. Okay. All right. Are your lines pivot points? No, my lines are just support resistance levels. How do you identify the number of sellers or number of sellers being present? You can't identify the number of sellers, right? For every buyer, there is a seller. For every seller, there is a buyer. Okay? It's just that the dynamic of buying and selling will shift based on when you hit a volume pocket. Okay, so let's say market selling like this, right? Obviously, if there are red candles, there are more sellers than buyers. But at some point, the dynamic shifts, right? There's more buyers than sellers, and the market reverses, right? So it's about like you're not going to understand if I just talk about the tape, but whenever you hit a key volume area, right, you're going to see a dynamic shift. Okay, so today I'll use today for example, SPY. Okay, hold on. So today, if you guys remember, when Trump said that thing, I don't know what the hell he said, but he said something. We had this kind of a news scandal here, right? This news scandal, there was really nothing happening here. SPY was actually bullish. I think Brett was loading calls and whatnot. There was really nothing happening because the first candle, sentiment candle, was like very strong actually. Okay. Now, when Trump said that, they had a little pop down. Okay. Now, at this point here, a lot of people probably panicked. Okay. And this kind of just turned into like a reversal. All right. And then everyone thought that, oh, that's it. Trump's crashing the market. Right. Usually, I will tell you this: when there is a news happening and there is a reaction, first order of business, people are going to sell first and then think. What did I do, guys? If you guys remember on my Nvidia position, right? I got an Nvidia puts and I said, guys, I'm up 7%. I'm just going to sell, guys. I'm going to wait and see what happens. Did I do this or not, guys? Put a yes if you heard me say that the second Nvidia trade. I got scared and I just got out, right? If you're trading 1 or 2 contracts, you'll be fine. But guys, I was trading 50, 60 contracts at that time, the second trade. Now, I got scared because like, what if I give up my gains? And like, I don't want to give up my gains from the first trade. Okay, I wanted a little bit more confirmation. This is the thing, guys. Like no, anyone trading, right? Intentional trading. If you don't know where your stop is, your risk is, and you just like enter a trade, right? There is no way in hell that you can put size in that trade. There is zero chance that you can put size in that trade. What, are you going to just buy and like hope that it works in your favor without no stop loss, no nothing? Anytime I give you guys a trade and I say, guys, my risk is 10%, my risk is 5%, 6%, above this I'll stop. I want to see a wick here. I'll always be specific about it. I'll specifically call, I'll tell you guys what I want to happen, and when it happens, that's when I'll put on risk. Okay? If you're just entering blindly without a level forming, without knowing whatnot, right, you are going to get absolutely hammered. Right? Either that or you're trading just 2 contracts or 10 contracts or whatever. It's like shit size. Okay? You cannot put crazy size on any trade if you don't know what your stop loss is. Very simple as that. Any accomplished trader, anyone that's trading size, anyone that's actually making anything significant money wise, is never ever ever going to risk big without knowing what their stop loss is. Very simple as that. I am fine losing 5%, 10% any day, right? And I'll cut my loss and I will re-enter once I know where my risk is, right? People don't like that actually. People are like, oh, Anrav, I can't believe you stopped out of Nvidia 5% and entered 5 minutes later. Yeah, man, I'm sorry to tell you, that's how I trade. I'm not going to trade based on, like, I'm not going to just like enter a trade and hope it works, right? That's not a strategy, right? I've said this before. Learn to be a very good loser, okay? When you're losing, be controlled, be a control freak, lose on your own terms. And when you win, your winners will definitely be big wins, okay? When you're wrong, be very, very disciplined, be very ruthless and cutthroat, and be very picky, and just lose. It's fine. Fine, take a 5% loss, 10% loss. Just scratch loss for options, okay? Once you know once you see what you like, the stock's doing what you like, go for it. right? And honestly, a lot of people ask me about position sizing and whatnot. Position size in such a way based on your stop loss. Okay, if you know for sure your stop loss is 10%, right? Let's say you put $10,000 position into it, $1,000 is your stop loss. If you're wrong, you lose $1,000, right? If you put $20,000 position, $2,000 is your loss. If you put $30,000 position, $3,000 is your loss. If you put $40,000 position, $4,000 is your loss. And the thing is, once you see what happened, you know exactly what your risk is. You know exactly it's going to work in your favor. For example, the Nvidia, the third trade, I was like almost certain it was going to go break 180. Okay, now in those kinds of situation, I know what my risk is, 4 or 5%, and I know it's going to go right. These are the chances you can put a lot of money in. Okay, now it's as simple as that. And the same thing with SPY. The morning low of the entry, I actually didn't have a lot of size in there. Okay, I think I had like 80 contracts on it, to be honest with you, on 1DT. Okay, and the moment it passed 25% or something like that, I think I took like half of it off, and then I was only holding like a little. Okay, 30 or 40 contracts till like the 640. And once 640 broke, I was down to last 10 contracts. I think I said that on live. All right, but once that initial break of 640 happened and break under 640 happened, and we did another reclaim, I got a big position size, much bigger than my morning size, and I held that trade for $2, 642. Okay, which is where I took my sell. Now this is how you can trade. Okay, learn where your risk is, execute. Okay, do not get in blind. I don't get, the thing is, a lot of people will judge me, oh Andra, we take 10% loss, but like, dude, when I win, how many times did I nail low of day and high of day these last few days? Okay, when I win, I'll catch a trend. Like 5 trading days a week, 3 days I'll catch the trend, low of day entry, high of day entry, whatever, right? The one day when the market's arranged and chopped as fuck, I'll lose like a 10% trade, and then everyone's like, oh, I can't believe Andra, I've lost this and that. Like, dude, like what can I do? I mean, I'm not like perfect, right? The market's not willing to move. How can I make money, right? That's how you need to be. Do not care about lose scratch trades. Did I trade all day? I take like 1 or 2 losses here and there. That's fine. Get the big wins. Like shrug away the small losses. Be disciplined. Rinse, repeat every single day. Don't go in with any session with high expectations, right? And just do that. Okay. A little bit out of topic, but that is how you need to trade, guys. Okay. All right. What else? So someone made 30K in Meta today. Wow, awesome, man. Oh, SPY and Meta. Yeah, Joshua. Good day, man. Awesome. Love that. It's hard to catch a big wins with 2 or 4 contracts. It's a process, man. Habibi ITM, right? It's a process. You guys, like, some of you, I'll tell you this, right? Join, like, it's again, I'm not throwing shade or anything like that, right? You guys join in thinking the stock market's easy. You know why you think that? Because you see people who have put in years and years of their time. You guys, like, compare what I do, right? I've been trading for 12 years now. Okay? You guys saying, oh wow, Unrev this, Unrev did that. Like, guys, I have mental issues, right? By doing this like for 12 years. And so yeah, sure, I will do certain things better than you, for sure. Because I've been doing this like shit like crazy, right? I am like a crazy person. I'm literally psychotic. so, you're gonna not be able to do what I do, or how your friend is, right? Come in with a reasonable expectation. If you're just joining in, take that 2-3 contract position, make $50, $100 a day, right? We make $100 a day, you make 500 a week, right? That's still like 2K a month extra, and in a year that's like 20-30K. Do this for a couple of years, and then that increases more, right? You gain more experience, your account grows, 200 becomes 500 a day, and that becomes 10K a month, 1,000 a day, 20K a month, 2,000 a day, 40K a month. Just join and think that you can become a big earner, right? You can't. You join I don't know, you finish your college, you finish your university, you join for work, you're not going to get paid maybe even if you get 6 figures, you're not going to make that, like, you know, like the big money until you put in a few years of work, right? Same thing, just be reasonable with yourself, be kind to yourself, don't put crazy expectation. Okay. Alright, let's look at some more. Do you watch 5-minute renter? I only trade on 5-minute, Jay Franklin. I chart bigger time frames. I always keep an eye on my 1-hour time frames, but I always execute 5 minutes. Because I'm usually trying to catch a trend. I don't need to trade the 1 or 2 minutes because I'm not micro scalping. All right, let's look at what's this question here. Hi Rav, SPY is weird. It goes different directions sometimes away from what the market is doing. The market is SPY though, right? The market is SPY. SPY is the market. I only watch SPY. I don't watch. I don't watch ES. I don't watch NQ. I don't watch QQQ. I only watch SPY. I know when how SPY's tape is going to be when certain areas hit. I know when they're buying. I know when they're selling. I know when certain algos are kicking in, right? SPY is the market for me. Okay, and if SPY is not giving me any signals, that means that the market is not tradable for me that day, right? If you guys remember, I think it was Thursday, I said, guys, I can't get a good read on SPY. I said, guys, something happened, market's flipping, and then after that, I just they just stopped buying. There's nothing more buying, no selling. It was just straight up down, no liquidity, right? Those are my, I would say, kryptonite, right? Because when I can't get a read on that, and then I don't know what's happening, then I can't put any size. I can't do anything. Um, I mean, weak core. Like the thing is, there are going to be always certain names stronger or weaker. Okay, SPY is going to do its thing, but the SPY, if you guys look, this is the SPY, right? There's going to be a lot of names. Some names are strong, some names are weak, some names are red. There's always going to be that relative um, strong names and weak names. Okay, so you really can't. You just on the day have to pick up and see which is strong, which is weak, and trade it accordingly. Maybe some sectors have catalysts, right? Um, okay. What indicators? I mean, I'm just using moving average and VWAP, man. You can look at the moving average cloud, Ripster's cloud, and then VWAP. Those are the only two indicators. Yes, mentorship. If you guys want to sign up for that, you can, guys. Again, not forcing you or anything. I don't care if you sign up, but if you want to learn my system in detail, you can sign up. I'm accepting students now. I don't care. I'm not selling you or anything. Honestly, I don't even accept everyone. So if you just apply, if you really want, show me if you're interested, and I look at your profile. Okay. And how do you calculate contract percentage before entering though? Joshua, there is a in Greeks, right? There is a term called as delta. Okay, there is a term called as delta. So it's basically for $1. For $1, there is every how much your options will move, right? That it'll give you that. So you can kind of calculate if you're going at the money. You can kind of calculate how much percentage wise you'll go and everything, right? And the second thing is, I would track the contract price movements also. So let's say you watch the contract also and see how much it moves right at the open, and see where it wicks, where it does, right? And you can kind of calculate. So usually when I put on risk, I'll always track the contract movement and see what the price was at that wick area or resistance area, support area, whatever, and then I'll do the. It's all mental math. I'm not writing it down or anything. I'll just give or take calculate it. Once you do it enough, you can do it as well. It's pretty quick. Rav is the worst salesperson. Fancy, if I try sell, if I say something or something, they'll be like, "Oh, Rav is trying to sell." Like I don't care honestly. It's a, I'm just doing because people keep blowing up my DMs, and once I do this, after that, I'm really honestly taking a break from teaching. That's why this is the last one I'll do for a while, and then after that, maybe a little later. But I gotta focus on trading this last quarter. I gotta hit some goals. Yeah, proof is in the product exactly. Uh, email me, Joshua. Reply to that email, and see, I remember your name. So if you reply to my email the last time you got it, I will get you in. Okay. All right. Where is the other question? Let's look at more question. Do you enter with limit orders, market orders? Do market orders, Nova. Like who gives a fuck? Like don't penny pinch. Don't who cares about limit orders? Just hit market, man. Like what are you going to do with $2 3? If you're wrong, you're going to lose more anyway. So if you're right, you'll win. So just get filled, right? Just get filled. Um, um, yeah, that's it. What do you look for on demand bounces? I mean, levels just holding just one. Okay. You just need levels holding. So usually you see my green blocks as here, right? So if you see this level reclaim, so this becomes a demand area. Okay. So previous breakout area usually becomes demand areas. Do you put a stop loss every single order? I don't put a stop loss. I just have mental stops. If it breaks my level, I'll just sell. Okay. What size did you find was a good one to trade with? So this is actually a very nice question. The thing is, my size on days on Monday, right? So Monday, my main goal. So this week, I mean, Friday, I had like I didn't trade much. I made like 1200 or something on Friday. Last Friday, I was sick. I just traded from my bed. But today, um, on Monday, yesterday, I was a little aggressive at the open and made some cash on Nvidia. And then towards the end of the day, I nailed some really good moves as well. Okay, so today I came in with a mindset that I will absolutely kill Nvidia. I knew I was going to do Nvidia, and I knew I was going to do Meta. Now Meta personally, I just did like I think I did 15 contracts at the open. Okay, I put like I think it was 450 or something was the contract. So literally 5 or 6K size on that, right? And it did 100%. I was green on that. Okay, and Nvidia opening trade, I think I made 2K, so 8, and the second trade I made an 800, which was one like the quick one I sold, and the third trade I made 8K on that, I believe. Okay, so give or take, I was up like close to 20K before I even took the SPY trade. Okay, now SPY trade, imagine what size I would have put in, right? Now I knew exactly what it was happening. So the 80, I think 80 or 90 contract, I don't remember exactly what it was. The first trade I did and I sold, I think I was up 6K on that trade at that point. And I'm just thinking, okay, actually, fuck man, fuck me. Why didn't I put more size actually? Fuck. Okay, all right. But anyway, so what I was trying to say was like, based on how much you're up on the day, you can be a little bit more aggressive. Okay, so when you ask me a question, what size do I put? Ask yourself how much you're willing to lose. Okay, now I was personally willing to give back half of my gains. Okay, I was willing to give back half of my gains today, so my sizing was accordingly. And every trade I did, I kept winning. Right, so I kept going more and more aggressive. So when I closed my SPY trade above 640, I was able to do even more size because my stop loss was just $1. Okay, and that is as simple as that. Okay, and again, this is very important. If you are on a losing streak, right? If you are on a losing streak, don't go do this. Don't do this. Okay? If you are on a winning streak, and in days like today, I love it because they inverted the move, right? So shorts today lost. This is confirmation of direction. Once I get moves like this, I really like to trade, right? And that is exactly what I did. When market just moves one way, like I don't like it because then one side is completely just winning. I like it when intraday within the first hour, one side it goes one way and then it goes the other way. Those are the kind of days I really like to put max risk. Okay. I'll do YOLO. Don't do YOLOs. Okay. Be a control freak. Just because you put 10K size doesn't mean you have to lose all 10K. Okay. Risk 1 or 2K and then put 10K size. Man, even I made split set DJ. I took Nvidia shots also, right? It's just that like the thing is like when I did Nvidia shorts, I was controlled, right? It's that at this point I didn't actually have SPY exposure at the open. Usually when I'm shorting something or whatnot, I usually have SPY. But if you guys remember, I said SPY, I'm not shorting. SPY looks bullish, right? And like that's why I didn't. Again, think about it, right? If I entered short here when Trump was speaking? How can I put size? Where is my stop loss? I just can't do any of that, right? I'll be honest, right? How will I, if I entered here, let's say I did enter here, where is my stop loss? Where is my entry? Like, you just don't know, right? 640 we've already tested. Let's say this thing broke out 640. Like you just had no idea, right? How can you like put max size? That's why I didn't like try to do it, right? But Nvidia, I just knew that. Look at the 611. That's why I chose Nvidia instead of SPY. I saw this wick coming in, so I know this was my stop loss, right? So when I entered here, my risk was literally what? 30 cents. 30 cents is less than 5 or 6%. Okay, and this thing just dropped. All right, so this is the kind of trade I like to put size on. Okay, because I know what my stop loss is. If I'm wrong, I know I'm a control freak. I can control my losses, right? And Nvidia is weaker also comparatively. Okay. IWM did God's work. Yeah, IWM. I haven't traded IWM in a while actually. I don't know. Rav, I have $1,000 in my account. I'm trying to flip it to 1,700 by Friday. Don't put your faith in me, man. Please don't put your faith in me. Put your faith somewhere else. Don't put your faith in me. I don't want your faith. Just follow someone else. Like the moment you put your faith in me, I'll lose, and then you'll come tag me and like cuss me out. Don't put your faith in me. Put your faith in someone else. I don't want your faith. I don't want your faith at all. Oh my God, dude. I swear to God. Yeah, so play with something safer. Like, for real though, don't put your faith in me. I don't want anything like that. I'll just be trading and don't that. Don't. Just don't. Oh man. Alright, let's look at some chart. Let's look at fan favorite PLTR now. Alright, PLTR. I know a lot of you are like, oh my god, they inverted PLTR also today. Holy shit. Yeah. Honestly, the way this is trading, oh man, look at this. Perfect. Like, this is like every green box, guys. I swear to God. Like, it's perfect. Okay. Now this is where, if you guys remember, I said, guys, every time it tests this box long it. We had 1, 2 trends started right here, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but I said this is going to happen, and that's exactly what happened here. This diagram, you can see this here, right? And we broke this, retested, popped up again. This is insane, actually. This is insane. We are getting to the tail end of this move, but amazing if you guys were long. Like, damn, what a buy. PLTR. I saw some guy on Twitter saying that he bought like PLTR close to like $10 or $12 or something like that. This is like one of those life-changing charts, man. Look at this. If you bought somewhere here, it's not even that far. It's 2024. Literally, like last year was clear trading like $20 on like insane, right? And this thing's like absolutely close to 200 now, right? Now that we're close to 200, it's absolutely going to 200, right? It's not like maybe we'll get another pullback or something, a little correction, but eventually it'll break 200, right? The problem is too many people are shorting this, like even like institutional wise and everything, because obviously it's going up. My bet is there's going to be some kind of conflict, right? Because there's no way they're buying something like this without some kind of actual thing, right? There's got to be some kind of thing brewing in the books. Market's probably anticipating it, or big money's anticipating some kind of war or something like that, to maybe some major conflict. Um, it's going up. Defense, this is considered like a defensive name, so just going up. I don't know when it will top out. I'm not trying to find all of that. Like I don't really care for like being the first to the top or the bottom or anything like that. Eventually, if it falls, there will be like a nice momentum to the short side. But right now, this is expansive. This is expansion happening. So for any kind of short, we got to invert this move, and then you can use levels to go up or down. Until that happens, just trade the trend, right? Trade the trend. There's nothing to complicate it here. Look at this 182. Boss inverted the whole move. Tomorrow's trade above 188. If it breaks 188, it could go even higher. Today it kind of failed the 190, but tomorrow you can see high of days 190. So just trade the trend. Okay. AVGO. Okay. TTD. All right. I'll do next AVGO and then TTD. AVGO. I've kind of let go of my AVGO. I haven't traded it in a while. Both 300. Looking good. Looking very good. Nothing saying, just following trend here. So just to use this 308 here, 308 4-hour candle here. That's your. They can't invert this candle. It looks like they're forming a red candle, but they can't invert this candle. This is the breakout candle here. So make sure the whole 308. If it breaks 308, you could technically go short till the next candle. Okay. 308 is this candle here. This should be a must hold. Use this for liquidity grab or reversal. Or if it inverts it, then go short till 308. Like I said, the same thing as SPY, QQQ and everything. You guys better pray market gaps up. If market gaps up, we're going to get super price action for us to just trade into demand. If we open red, there is a chance that they could invert SPY, QQQ, all of these candles. Okay, there is a possibility if some catalyst happens or something happens. Okay, can we trade it this week or next week? Let's see, Sansi, let's see. Okay, I want to see. I have to do my homework and see what the liquidity is. If it does, I'll trade it. Alright, TTD. Someone's asking TTD. Oh my god, dude. Like, what the fuck? What the hell? Wow, why are you even asking, man? I'm sorry. Condolences if you're long. Fuck. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, like, don't ask me. Well, I don't know what am I supposed to do? TTD what? You want day trade? Swing trade? Advice on longs? What is it? What am I looking at? Okay, decide and then let me know. Okay, there's nothing here. Calls. I mean, what calls? What? There's like, no calls. This just dropped. Like it's going to take some while. So don't do calls right now. Do all HD day traders enter on 5 minutes? Do all enter? I mean, I don't know all. I do. Most people do. I mean, I don't know. I think most people do 5 minute time frame. LLY, and I saw an UNH there. I'll do that. Yeah, yeah. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I said these are the two scenarios. Either we pop up here and then go, which didn't happen, or we came down here and then we kept consolidating, lost this green box, right? Same level, and then we came down. Look at this arrow. If I extend this arrow, it's coming here. Oh man, was that you asking me about LLY? It's coming here, yeah. So this is here. I think this is close to a bottom though. We broke the previous lows. Retesting here. Yeah, 600. I think you can get a dead cat. 600 liquidity. Netflix. Oh, there's a red box here. Look at this. This has reclaimed. Here, look at this. We finally reclaimed the green box here. First time around, failed. Second time around, failed. Third time around, failed. Now, who remembers this live when I said, guys, don't try to bounce 1170? First time you'll get clapped. Go watch. I think it's 2 weeks ago. Episode of 2 weeks ago. I said don't bounce Netflix. You'll get clapped. First time around. Wait for consolidation. Now we reclaim. So this is the long area here. 1180. Honestly, we've started forming a trend here. So I would say any dip and reclaim of 1200 you can go long. Okay. Any dip and reclaim of 1200 go long. And this should be our next demand test. So if we do get a sell-off day, this should be a retest long entry. Okay. Alright, UNH. I'm gonna see UNH. What's the time? Okay, we got some more minutes here. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe button, guys. UNH, this is supply now. This level actually reclaimed, so this is forming an inversion action. So bullish man. Looks like a trend reversal. I'd say bullish as long as 250 holds. If we lose 250, you're gonna see lows again. Alright? Every chart looks like PLTR, Herd, Meta, Microsoft. Yeah, we're in a bull market. Apple bullish as long as 225 holds. 224, yeah. As I said, this was the low of today. Yeah, it's looking good. Apple cleared this level here. This is the ultimate level here, 215. This was 216, trending now. They inverted this, Tomorrow we can't have a pullback. Like I said, every chart is the same, guys. We can't have a red open tomorrow. If they invert 4-hour candles, it could get a little selly, okay? Honestly, tomorrow I wouldn't be surprised because I think day after tomorrow is when the squeeze will happen. Guys, hit the like button, guys. 19 people hit the like and subscribe. Alright. Favorite indicator, VWAP is my favorite indicator. Decade. VWAP, when VWAP breaks or reclaims, you'll see longs, equity longs and algos stop out or re-enter. So that's then you can get like big volume. So I love that. I love when volume comes in the tape. That's when I can get conviction in anything. So I love when key levels break like that. Do Brett and Mike enter on the 5 minutes? Yes, they do. Jay Franklin. They also use TOS. They also chart on TradingView. Of course, Dr. Evil. Of course, Charlie. Yeah. I want to get back to the Tuesdays. Last week I was just a little off, but I'm getting back to it. Okay, this week. I'll be also Friday live pre-market. I'll be on with Brett. Is tape a must-have for day trading? Absolutely not. You don't need it. But it's just like I will say this though. Tape reading and all of this, most people will say you don't need it. It's just that it's not necessary to be profitable. Okay, but if you want to do crazy things in the market like a psycho, you need it, right? Because or else you won't be able to do all of that, right? You won't be able to see buying and selling. And I'm a little bit crazy. I like the extra visibility, and that's why I do it. It's not easy, or else everyone will do it, right? I teach it in my mentorship, but even then I'll tell people, like, I'll tell you what to look for and everything, but if you don't commit the time, screen time, and actually be like a little psychotic, you can't get to that level. Honestly, if it was that easy to get to the top level, everyone will be able to do it, right? It's again not bragging or anything like that. It's just simple. Everyone can play basketball, but not everyone can be LeBron James, right? Or Steph Curry, because they put in more time on the court, more practice, and obviously there'll be a difference in skill. Same thing, right? If you guys put in the time and effort, 100% you can be better than me also, right? The only difference between you and me is that I've been doing this for like such a long time with such dedication. It's as simple as that. Okay, the more time you put, the more effort you put, the more you do crazy things, you will be better, right? It's nothing. I'm not like anything crazy. It's just I've been doing this a long time. That's it. It's as simple as that. It's not like I have like a crazy trading genes or anything like that. I can just more time. That's it. Simple as that. Okay. Applied for mentorship. Yes, I will look at mentorship applications. If you guys are interested, you can apply. I will look at it. This will be the last one that I do for a while for sure, because I'm like so burnt out. I want to focus on trading. Okay. So if you guys are interested, if you want to learn my system, apply. I'm not selling. I don't care. If you're interested, apply. That's it. That's the only place where I'll teach my whole system. Do you get affected by voice sales? I mean, yeah, per se, for sure. But like, I just trade options for the most part, and it doesn't matter, man. You're not going to save much money anyway. Just pay your taxes, and yeah, fuck. I hate that shit. Do you enjoy live trading? Sometimes good, sometimes shit. Luis Soto. Because when I lose 10%, everyone like tags me and like annoys me like I'm the worst person alive. That's why I don't even care when we're winning, because like I feel like I just get to go do my own thing after that. When I'm losing, I feel like, and honestly I feel like I care too much. Yesterday I gave 4 signals. Like last week again I gave too many signals. Today also I gave like what, 3 Nvidia entries and 1 SPY entry, four trades, right? I should just like stick to a little, because I feel like I'm just putting my neck on the line for like no reason whatsoever. Mentorship link not working. Here, let me give you. Here you go. Alright, I just repinned it. Okay. Alright. Keep throwing. Yeah, like that's what I'll do though. I'll keep doing it. 10% A plus risk management. Yeah, 10%. Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. That 10% shit we're doing, I will tell you, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, okay? Are you guys ready for this? Most of the times when I'm watching a trade, I'm already in it, okay? Most of the times when I'm watching, I'm not saying always, most of the time, okay? I already have an earlier entry, I have an earlier read, I have a better entry, I'm already there, alright? But when I actually signal for you guys, I make sure 100% what the risk is, like exactly 5% risk, 10% risk. Sometimes I do that, I miss a trade. Loading does not mean loading. No. Loading does not mean enter for sure, but not always though. Not always. But in most cases, I'm in. Okay. But when I signal a trade for you guys, I make sure that like I get the perfect thing. But sometimes I just like miss it and I feel guilty. Damn, like I should have just signaled it. Like last week there was like a few trades like that. And especially meta trades, guys. I feel like meta is like one trade. I just like know what is gonna have or do before it even does it. Okay, because I had such a good read on that, and I know when not to touch it also. But sometimes they just does it, and then there's no entry. That's why SPY is good. SPY is very good. That's why I've been like signaling a lot more SPY for you guys, because SPY somehow I can get in, and even if you're scaling, it's easy to control positions. That's why I said I'll be 100% honest. Man, you guys are so tough on me. Oh man. Only complaint is encourage us to hold. I mean, today I did the Luis Soto. Today, what did I tell you guys? I told you SPY is going to invert the whole opening move. Right? At low of day, it's going to open. The thing is, guys, if I don't say trim and it reverses, people are going to be mad. You guys got to understand. Right? You manage your position. Once it goes 10, 12%, 13%, you may be set to break even stops or whatever, manage your position. You don't have to sell. It's your account, right? I can advise you on what to do, right? But I can't. The thing is, by the time I took SPY trade, I was up close to 20K, right? Even if SPY went against me, I'm fine. But you are not. Most people are not, okay? You guys got to think about that, okay? You guys got to think about that, and then manage your account. Because sometimes I be taking risks. Like yesterday I was taking risks, like entering Nvidia again. Today I did that also. A lot of people cannot, right? So I got to think about the collective when I'm signaling anything. So that when I say, guys, I'm up 20, 10, 15%, 20%, I'm taking trim. Sometimes I'll be lying, but not all the time. Sometimes I'll lie, but that's why I do two sets of contracts. One contract for Unraveller, one contract for the chat. So I'll always trim the chat contracts, but I'll never trim my contract. Okay? It's nothing personal. It's just that I want to make sure that everyone, makes money. That's it. I said too much. Okay? Forget whatever I said last 15 minutes. Alright? Anyway, guys, let's call it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's session. We got a good week ahead, though. I think as long as the market moves, we'll make money. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Get a good night. Sleep. Tomorrow should be a little tricky, but I think Thursday we'll have a good session, and then Friday, Tesla. Okay? Friday will also be live pre-market, so I guess then hit the like button, subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys. Bye.